Hi, this is Hojun Chang. Today I'm going to talk about the ultimate guide for HiHat processing. Okay, that's some interesting topic for you, I think. The most of engineers in the decades, the only thing that we did is the low cut, so high pass filter on it, and putting the compressor to smooth the sharpness, and a little bit tweak on the mid, high, and high to get a little more brightness on the high, or a little more softness on the mid, high, and it seems like that's the only way that we can do for the HiHat processing. Some of you might have different techniques, but most of engineers, I believe, where it might something like 35 or 6 years of experience, and that's the way we should go, and that's the way we did it, and we are doing it, right? But today I'm gonna talk about a little bit beyond that limit. I mean, the limit that I'm gonna put. If you're just happy with the old way or the topics that I just mentioned, and that's good. But if you kind of patiently to see what will be on my video, or what will be the things beyond that point, I'm sure that it'll really benefit for you. Okay, the main idea for the HiHat processing is I'm gonna kind of isolate the HiHat from all the things that in that source. So let's raise the little bit of the volume on the solo tracks here. So there is nothing on it but just the HiHat tracks here. So as you hear, there's like a snare, kick, and overhead, and tom-tom, everything on it, right? So this is the what traditionally the shaping this hi-hat, put the low cut, and EQ is something like this, right? So a little bit soothe, like soften the mid-high, and we can add a little bit air here, so it sounds a little bit bright, right? Well, this is the kind of normal way to process hi-hat. But the thing is, as you hear, there's a lot of information on this track. Yeah, there's a snares and kick and tom-toms and all other things, and the ambience, the room informations of the drum that located, right? So I'm totally go with the isolate each tones, something like this. So I just did the gating on the snares here. So this is not the gate is not on yet, but if you press this one, so you only hear the reshape the tone of the gate and the snare drum, right? Bypass. There's a bunch of things, kicks and all other things, but as soon as you made the right control on this gate, you can only hear the snare. Yeah, like this. What you might hear the hiss. That's from the fan noise of the MacBook Pro I'm using it. So if I mute the my microphone, yeah, you only hear the snare, right? So it is totally gated. Okay, so if you do this way, if you don't do gate on the snares and everything that I'm talking, it will not be fitting on you, because everything is mixed up there. So okay, and I unmute the snare here, the hi-hat, and I'm gonna pan this thing a little bit to my left side. Okay, So as you listen this sounds, okay, I'm gonna bypass the EQ on the kick to just let you understand what I'm gonna do. Listen very carefully. I turn the pen on the this left side. So this left section, you can hear the kick and whole other things, and also the room information here. Good. See? So the ultimate guide for HiHat processing. I'm gonna I'm gonna use the isolate the HiHat sound only from this HiHat track. So I can increase or decrease or tweak the tones here, not affect to the all the other sounds. Make sense? Okay. So let's leave the EQ bypassed. And first I'm gonna use the compressor here. So this is the compressor, and I did some works. Okay, so threshold, the level is really low, right? And also the attack time is really fast, and release also the fast. Okay, so if I initiate the compressor, everything is kind of lowered, right? The automatic volume change is not gonna compress the sound. It's never gonna compress the sound. Okay, so you have some ways like increase this attack time to get the hi-hat and the rest of the sound get lowered, but I'm gonna use the other way. I already made changes on the snare tracks, right? So I'm gonna side chain. So I'm gonna take the key in from the snares. So you will get it, right? Bypass snare sound. Let's concentrate on the snare level. Get it, right? So as soon as snare hit it, the output of the hi-hat track is get lowered. That's the compressor. That's how the compressor works. Okay. So it means like I increase the hi-hat volume, not the other. Okay, so kind of taking the snare and other louder sound, then hi-hat could be lower, right? This is the good tip, I think. And also, and then I put the gate on it, and just compare bypass and initiate it. You have a little gap between the hi-hat, right? Between the bit. It's close. That means we can get rid of the unwanted room information. Okay, and then I can go for the EQ. There's a whole details on it, so I want you to figure it out from the the parameters here. Okay, and I'm gonna use the pen, and I'm gonna add the snare. The other thing that we can benefit from the gate is the higher rhythm gets a little clear. And a little more, we can get a little more groove on it. Bypass. There's a whole lot of changes if you just keep focusing on what you are listening. Please, okay? Okay, and then you can add reverb. I can add kick. And kick and snares, there is nothing else added yet. Just the gate. Just gating. So we can only get the tones that labeled here. Kick and snare, right? Okay, and then I'm gonna bypass all of them and just compare before and after. Okay, close this window and so just this will be the regular mixing, right? Maybe most of you guys do. I'm gonna bypass the reverb on it. But as soon as you heard this thing, and I'm gonna lower the hi-hat level. You are completely controlling the whole mix. So you're not gonna get any hi-hat from the snare and kick, and hi-hat will come only from the hi-hat channel here, and you're not gonna get much of snares and kicks from the hi-hat tracks. So later, or you can increase the whatever that you want to do without thinking of snares and what other things here. Right? See this, and I'm gonna add snare and kick and the reverbs. So this is how we just begin with. So I think we need to clear it out, like clear all the dirt and like sand and what other things before we cook something, right? So this is how we're gonna do, how you should do. All right. You might have a different opinion. That's okay. And this is what I teach, and this is what I do. I hope you enjoyed my video. Alright, subscribe and press like and share it and leave a comment so we can just develop our skill. Thank you. This is Hojun Chang. Bye.